Today, I'm joined by founding member and rhythm guitarist, the man himself, Scott Ian of Anthrax. Welcome to Australia, welcome to the Rock Pit, and welcome to episode 3 of 50 Shades of Slaids. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. So the huge news is that you guys are coming back to Australia for the first time in 7 years, and it's almost to the month, and it's to the month. And I've got to admit, I'm really looking forward to this tour. What's been the delay?
Um, no, I don't know. Don't ask me. I think there was a thing called COVID, and yeah, and then us writing an album and uh, recording an album, and here we are.
Well, yeah, I'll let you off on that one. So, the Australian tour will mark Anthrax's fifth visit here and the first headline tour since 2005. What can we expect from a full headline show? Because it's been a while since we've had one of those.
Uh, what can you expect from a full headline show? Um, well, we just finished a whole run of shows with Megadeth and Exodus in Canada. We did like 3 weeks, and the shows were fantastic. And we are like we're kind of on fire right now. You know, the coals are hot because we've been out. Like when we get to Australia, it's not like we haven't played in a year or something, and we're just starting up. Like we're ready to go. I could get on stage and play tonight. So, yeah, I would expect the most energetic, certainly minimum 90 minutes of metal you've ever seen from any band. That's for sure. Lots of energy. Um, Very happy to be there. Getting to come back to Australia is always fantastic. Ever since the first time in 1990, I feel like it's for us. It's not like you go to Australia every 18 months. You know,
No.
I don't think most bands from America don't get to do it on that kind of a frequency, and so getting to come down there has always remained very exotic and special. And I have been other times. I've been down there on vacation, and I've been there with Mr. Bungle. So I have been more times than just the band, but it just doesn't take away the sparkle of getting off a plane in Australia. It still feels very, very exciting and very new. So yeah, you can expect a band that's very happy to be there.
Yeah. Yeah, fantastic. Now, obviously, the run of it was 3 weeks of shows with Exodus and Megadeth. How is it, sharing the stage with Megadeth on their final run as well? It's got to be a bit of a bookmark in the chapter of metal for you guys as well.
It's still very early. There's they just started, so there's no sense of goodbye. You know what I mean? Granted, I would think some of the places we played in Canada, some of the smaller markets, uh, maybe I don't think Dave said, well, that's it. Last time I'm ever going to see you guys.
Yeah,
Um, but I would think there's probably some markets there maybe they'll never get back to. Whereas, Montreal, Quebec, Toronto, Vancouver, places like that, Edmonton, Calgary, chances are they'll probably get to see him again. This is just the beginning. So there wasn't really any feeling of like when Slayer decided to do their goodbye tour, we were on like over 100 shows
yeah,
with them around the world throughout those years that tour lasted, and so we were there early on, and then we were there, towards the end too. Not at the end. Well, I was at the last show at the Forum. We weren't playing with them that night, but I was there. Um, but you definitely got the sense as things got closer when you'd be on stage with them. Like I remember being in Europe, and they knew like this is the last time we're ever playing here. This is the last time we're ever playing here. Well, although that was until they came back 5 years later and made me out to be a liar because I had been asked in an interview, do I really think Slayer is really going to hang it up? Are they really saying goodbye? And I said, if any band's telling the truth, it's Slayer. I believe them when they say they're going away. I believe them. It's fucking Slayer.
yeah.
And then they came back 5 years later, and I was like, you fucking made me into a liar now.
Now,
Or an idiot.
2026 is
One
also,
or the other.
yeah, well,
But it
now,
was the shows were great. Look, I've known Dave since he was in Metallica.
yeah,
I was there when he came to New York with Metallica. I know him since the earliest of early days, and we've been friends always. And it was great to get to play these shows. Great to see my friends. I mean, him and Gary Holt are like two of the people I've known. I've known Gary and Dave longer than I've known some of the people in Anthrax, like
yeah,
for real.
wow,
I met Dave and Gary before Joey was in the band.
yeah,
Um, it's crazy how long we've known each other and how we're still doing it, and at the level we still get to do things at, and we all get to call our own shots, and it's really cool get to be out there with your friends that you've known forever. It was just great. It was a great tour, and I hope we get to do more
yeah,
of that package, around the planet at some point.
for sure, for sure. Now, 2026 also marks the 45th anniversary of the formation of Anthrax. You know, obviously, we spoke of the C word before, and that kind of squashed a few plans for the 40th anniversary, but you
Oh,
did
right,
do
right,
the
yeah.
incredible XL 40th anniversary live stream. I mean, what I guess it probably puts you guys in a little bit of a predicament. Do you release new music, or do you celebrate 45 years of the band? Has that ever been
Oh,
a dilemma for the band?
we're releasing new music. There's
Yeah,
no There's no question. The album's coming out this year. I'm not going to tell you when, but I will say there's an announcement coming soon. And if the audiences are good, you may even get to hear something new. So that's on you guys to make it worth our while to play you something. But I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Of course we would play something, but yeah, we want the album to come out this year. We're not so worried about a 45th anniversary. It's kind of an odd one.
yeah,
40 is a big one. 50
yeah,
is a big one. I guess we could lean on 45 if we had nothing else going on. But the fact that we're putting out our first record since 2016,
yeah,
and we feel really good about it.
yeah.
Um, yeah, that's the focus, and that's the plan totally.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, 10 years is a while between records for anybody. So the anticipation around this, based on worship music and For All Kings, is for me is exceptionally high. I can't wait to see what you've got in store.
Thank you. We weren't planning on 10 years. In actual time, because if you take out the time we were on tour for All Kings, because that record came out in 16, and we didn't finish the touring cycle till November of 19 on
Yeah,
that
well,
album. We had
yeah,
already started writing at that point for a new record, and we thought we were just going to take off for Christmas and New Year's at 19 going into 20,
yeah,
and then get back together in 20 and make a record. And then, of course, the world had other plans
yeah,
for everybody. So it wasn't until some point in later in 21 that started picking up again, you know, and yeah. So and then really, if you look at actual time we spent writing and recording a record, is probably about 3 years,
yeah,
which I think that's pretty average these days, certainly for a band like
absolutely,
us.
absolutely. Now, you mentioned before in jest that we might get something new, and obviously on the Canadian tour, there's been appearing on setlist and on YouTube this minute-long snippet of a new song. Is Can you tell me more about that? Are you able to give me any more info on that song? Because the riff is killer.
Well, I am, but I'm not going to, because there's a like all these things, there's a plan, there's a timeline. We've got lots of exciting shit up our sleeve. It's so hard not to talk about shit. It's so
Yeah,
hard to not want to just spill the beans and just fucking play the record for everybody already. I mean, I think people don't understand that. I see comments online where people, where's the fucking record? Where's it? How do you think we feel?
yeah,
Like we're the guys in the band. Yeah, granted, yes, I've heard the record, of course, but I can't fucking. Who cares if I've heard it?
yeah,
That doesn't matter. I want everyone else to hear it. I'm
yeah,
so fucking excited, and like, 8 people have heard this fucking album. So it's I can't wait for people to hear it. I can't wait. And I know what we have. It's like having just the most powerful weapon in the world at your disposal, but you're missing this one little thing and you can't use it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, I can't wait for people to hear it, and I'm excited. And we will probably play a piece of something when we're down there, I'm sure.
yeah.
And it'll sound way better live than the little snippet you hear on YouTube through somebody's phone.
Yeah.
And yeah, and soon enough, the first song will be out.
Okay, so one other question I had for you regarding the album, and this again isn't specific to the album or giving anything away from the album, but every record that you guys do, you dive deep and pick a really cool song to cover. Are there cover songs with this album as well?
We didn't record any covers, which is funny because I don't think I realized that. I think at some point during the process we talked about it, and I just don't. I don't know why we ended up not, but until you just mentioned it, I hadn't thought about that. Like I don't, I don't think we. I remember Charlie recorded drums to. Did we do? I'm the one. Van Halen. I can't remember. It was I'm the one. Or no, no. Romeo Delight. I can't even remember
Oh
now. It was
wow,
so
yeah,
many years ago. I feel like I remember Charlie cut drums because we were fucking around with the Van Halen song, and but we never finished it. Um, the closest we came, I guess, was when we did Into the Void at Back to the Beginning.
yeah,
But of course, it's not on the record and it's not ours to put out. I think
no,
that's going to come out on the DVD or whatever they're doing with Back to the Beginning.
yeah,
So
yeah,
people will get to hear that. But
yeah,
no, we don't have a cover. There are a bunch of other songs. There's like one or two others that are finished that we held, and there's one or two that are close
yeah.
that still needed some work. So over the next couple of years, it might be cool. We could have some other new shit come out over the next few years while we're on tour too.
Fantastic. And I guess, without jumping the gun, well, obviously we've got to get this tour under our belt, but does this mean with the new album we'll also see Anthrax back again in a fairly short period of time?
See, that's what I hope, because these shows coming up, we have Australia and we go to Japan right after
Yeah,
Australia. These shows were booked as the beginning of the album cycle. We thought the record was coming out late last year at some point.
yeah,
That was the original schedule. And then it got pushed. It was going to come out in January of this year. And then everything changed. We went through a big upheaval in our Anthrax world. We cleaned house on the business side of things, and we needed to get all that straight and all our, as they say, all our ducks in a row before we were going to do something as important as release a record. So um, when these Australian shows were booked, we thought this record was coming out last year,
yeah,
and like this was going to be the beginning. So now my hope is we get to come back
yeah,
very soon on the actual proper album cycle, and play a whole bunch of new songs.
yeah, yeah. Fantastic stuff. And just
But
touching on the
that
album
doesn't
again,
mean you should. That doesn't mean don't come see us this time,
absolutely,
because
absolutely not. Well,
I can't guarantee that's going to happen. That there's like that would be my dream to get to say,
yeah,
oh, we get to go to Australia again just a year later or something. But there's other factors like promoters
yeah,
and venue availabilities and all that other crap that goes into being able to go play places. And
yeah,
I have no idea if any of that's possible.
yeah,
So
yeah, for sure. And just touching on the album too. Now, Jonathan Donaeus has been with the band for 12 years.
it's
Is this
actually
his first?
it's Done, just so you know.
Donaeus, sorry,
Yeah. No, just Done.
Donae.
Done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, what's his contribution been to this album? Is it the first time he's laid down and written his own solos?
No, he did. He's on For All Kings.
Is he on For All Kings?
Uh-huh.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well,
And he's
I
he's
retract that one.
fucking outdone himself. I remember hitting him up after hearing there's like two solos specifically that I mean they practically they one of them made me cry. It was so good.
Wow.
I told him, I said, these are fucking, dude, it's fucking brilliant. His playing on this record, there's not many guys out there, on a level with this guy, and I think he's extremely underrated. And when people hear his playing on this record, they're gonna shit their pants.
Fantastic. All right, Scott, we're out of time. I know you're a busy man this morning. Thanks for accommodating us and for chatting to us. And I hope to speak to you again around the time of the forthcoming album as well. But the tour dates
Thank
are
you.
March 23, Fortitude Music Hall in Brisbane, March 25, Hindley Street Music Hall in Adelaide, March 26, Festival Hall in Melbourne, and March 28 at the Enmore Theatre in Sydney. It's a short, sharp tour, but the vibe and the energy around this is just exceptional. It's been a long time, and we really are looking forward to you coming back.
Oh, we can't wait to get there. Thank you.
No worries. Thanks again for your time, Scott, and we'll see you
Cheers.
at the end of the month.
Right on.
Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.